14. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready? Blue 8. Mike 47. Blue down. Blue down. Alert 3. Green, triple team. Alert 3. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 He's coming. Double up. Even. He's coming. Double up. Watch the safety foot.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 56 is the mic.
On 3rd down, Winston. Complete to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. First down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, but it'll be 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Here we go, D.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check it back.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Come on, let's go.
Jameis now on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Ready, white 25. Check, 47. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready, black 22. Mark 27. You got nothing to win. You got nothing. 36. Hey, stop. Check three.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal.
Easy. Let's get this. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Winston to throw it this time. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Check. Check 15. Check 15.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check.
Bridgewater with a keeper. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, New Orleans.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. Here we go. 6-1. Go. Bend it. 45.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready. White 25. Green 17. Easy. Hey. Mike's 47. Let me go.
Following the interception, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Blue ready. 47's the mic. Hey, keep it up. Let me go.
Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Wait.
They'll try again with Jones. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Winston sneaking it, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Winston with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Check.
On second down, it's Jones. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's convert. Shit. Check 24.
After the penalty, it's Jones. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Wait. Watch the run. Watch the twist. Pick the edge. Sonny. Watch twist.
Now Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Watch twist. Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, stop.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Winston. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Kill, turn up.
3rd and long for Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes. all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But you don't
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, I'm up there.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Bridgewater now. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
first down carry. It's Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And some room to work. 34 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 17-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 45. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 45, 45. 45. You ain't going nowhere. 45 to Mike. 45. Target. Let it go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Wait. 25. Check 25. Dude, come on. Sunday. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Share. Hey, stop. 56. Mike's 56.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A run. It's Murray. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bucs' 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Swing.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike 52. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball. Slam, slam, slam. Keep the ball. Max, box. Right. Joker.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bridgewater. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
56 to Mike. Cut. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the screen. Easy. Watch the screen. Mike 56. Mike 56.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Wait. Hey, let's get a conversion. Switch.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there out of Kamara. 46 yards on the ground.
And the Saints first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On second down, Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll begin here with Adams. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
5 on the 50.
First down, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Draw play, Winston to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Ready? Black 22. Record. Hey, alert 3. Sonic. Let him go.
Jameis to throw it. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First and 10.
56. Watch the screen. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And 11.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Jam it. Wait. Green, Timothy. Let him go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Check 31. Spot. No. Check 26. Check 26.
Now Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mike 5-4. Coverage. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Cover. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. Strip the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Uses the stiff arm. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A busy night continues for Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Saints 1st down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He's back to throw. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And down to the 7-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
At the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Check 52 is the mic. Check 52 is the mic. I got it. Let's go.
They'll run it with Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Tight job. Let's go. Check 49. Check 40. Go.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's a gain of 29. That's good for the Buccaneers. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? Black with this up. Is the mic. All day. All day. Check 99. Check 99. Green, privacy. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Tackles. Tackles. Kim, white.
Now Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Follow. Easy. Mark 56. Let's go, defense. Flip it.
Here's Winston. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That's it. Big
third down and 8 yards to go.
So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
A 61-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's put him on the buses. Come on. Sunday. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 81. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Throwing. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the 1st, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good